Hey y'all, so I promised I would make a video, so here it is. So if you're here from the last video, here you go. I want to do this in like sequential order. It will be more than one part because I have a lot to explain, so bear with me. What I will start off by saying is not everybody's experience is the same. Experience is not going to be your experience. It may not. We may have similarities, but I wouldn't wish my experience on nobody. I might tell a joke, but I'm not going to tell a lie. I have no reason to lie to y'all about teeth that are in my mouth. But what y'all aren't going to do, y'all are not going to sit here and try to give me insecurities that I don't have. Also, y'all need to learn how to stay on topic, okay? Y'all weren't taught that in school. Apparently, this is about my veneer journey, and that's it, that's all. Cool. Then I got my veneers in April. I got my prep done on a Monday. When they prep your teeth, they do all the x-rays, they do the cleaning, they do your examination, make sure that you don't need any additional dental work done. That I wasn't gonna need any additional dental work. See my local dentist prior to me going to get my veneers. All they had to do was refill a fill-in. That's it. So for all the people saying, oh, it's because you don't know how to take care of your teeth or woo-woo, that's not why people get veneers. Internally, my teeth were healthy for the most part, right? Everybody gets a cavity or two here and there, whatever. Aesthetically, my teeth were not pleasing. I was not happy with them. I kind of learned to just live with them for so long. Everybody's saying get braces, get Invisalign. I did that. I actually had braces from middle school to high school, so I had them for like a total of 5 years. As an adult, I decided I did not want to revisit that. And as the years went on, of course, we're all young. Who listens to anything when they're young? So no, I did not wear a retainer after my braces after a certain amount of time. I'm gonna show y'all a video or a picture of my before so you can see what my teeth look like. I suffered from crowding on the bottom. Once my wisdom teeth grew in, it caused crowding. Additionally, I had 2 missing teeth over here. One missing at first. It was a tooth that they decided that they couldn't save some years ago. And tooth suffered trauma to it and it cracked at the root. Decided to remove it. So at that point, with the crowding, with the 2 teeth missing, I knew that something had to be done. I smile. My smile is very wide. My smile is big, okay? From ear to ear. So when I did speak or smile, you were able to see those missing teeth along with my crowding at the bottom. And they were buttery, okay? I need immediate results type of person. Once I get something in my mind, I'm running with it, okay? I could either get 2 implants or I could get a bridge. Mind you, I was missing 2 teeth, so I had 2 options. I could either get 2 implants or I could get a bridge. The thought of getting implants in my mind, I just thought that was very painful. I did not want to go through that. So I said I would go with the bridge. I have a mixture of veneers and crowns. For y'all that don't know, a veneer only covers the front of your teeth, okay? So if you look on the back of your teeth, that's gonna be your original tooth. A crown is more of a cap. So it covers your whole tooth in its entirety. Smile and I'm laughing, ha ha ha. You see that? Those are crowns. So I have crowns on all of my molars because of the crowding in front. They had to place crowns in front. So I have a total of 4 crowns in the front. I had so much crowding right there, they had to do excessive shaving. Also, when you get crowns, you automatically are going to have excessive shaving, okay? And I'll show y'all a picture too. That risks causing exposed nerves, okay? Because you're shaving it down to the nerve. The nerve exposed is what causes pain. Sidebar, remember this piece of information. I asked for all my documentation. I asked for all my x-rays, all my procedural paperwork. I've signed consent forms, multiple. To this day, I don't have any of those documents, okay? I go in for day 1, that's prep. They examine, clean, I tell them what I want, pick my shade. They shave. That's when they do all their shaving. They're prepping your teeth to put the veneers on. I have porcelain veneers. I do not have composites. My composites are for people that have pretty straight teeth, right? They may just want that brightness, that whiteness. That was not my case. There was no way I could get composites over what I had. I've never had my entire mouth done before. It was the worst experience. One of the worst experiences in my life. Disclaimer. It was so painful. That needle going in your mouth, I was probably stuck 5, 6, 7 times, okay? Worst pain ever. Then the anxiety of it, right? And because my whole mouth is numb, my whole face is numb, my whole nose is numb. I'm not even feeling myself breathe through my nose. Mind you, they're working in my mouth for hours, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, my mouth is wide open. I can't even feel myself breathe. My mouth is numb, they're doing the prepping. They're doing the shaving. They're prepping everything to send off to the lab to create my teeth, okay? They put in temps. So it almost looks like my teeth. I'm going to drop the video. It literally almost looks like my teeth. Except it tastes disgusting. Like, I could taste it. It tastes like clay in your mouth. Like pieces, if shaving down, your teeth are exposed. You cannot walk around with your teeth like that. What I will say is, I'm not going to say where I went just yet, but I will say I went to Miami. Sidebar. So prepped on a Monday. By Thursday, I went to go get my veneers installed. Same deal. They numb me completely. They have to take off your temps. Did have my temps in. My teeth were sensitive. They were sensitive to hot, cold, air, okay? Because it's barely a film over your teeth. They installed the teeth, okay? They said you're going to come back the next day and we're going to do a bite adjustment because my mouth is so numb. I cannot feel how I'm biting down. So mind you, remember, I got my entire mouth done. So that's all of my molars, okay? So my bite is about to be completely different. So they have to make sure it's even. Also, mind you, I got crowns in the back. So if you just got the veneer, right, it's not that part, okay, which where you bite. So mine is. So they have to come back, make sure your bite is good once you're not numb. Went back the next day. They adjusted my bite. I could still not tell. Everything felt so new. I had no idea what it was even supposed to feel like. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the only way I can describe it. Like, I just did not know. I'm like, okay, I think it feels normal. I don't know. It was completely foreign. The whole mouth just felt completely foreign. Mouth just felt completely foreign. Mind you, it's kind of like you gotta wait till your teeth settle in. Even settle into your face. Like, when I look back at the videos, like when I first got them done, my teeth look different to me now. Like, they actually settled in. Okay, horse. This is the same smile. If you look at my old pictures, my old videos, go right ahead, it's on my page. It's the same smile, just pretty, okay? Just complete, straight, and white. Same smile. It's not giving horse. I always had a little bit of overbite. My teeth aren't too big for my face, for my mouth, for my smile. This is me, baby. Okay? Today, I went home on a Sunday. For the next 2.5 months, I had to take ibuprofen 800 around the clock. When I mean around the clock, around the clock. As soon as they hit that 6-8 hour mark, I was in excruciating pain. That first week, I said, something's not right. My whole mouth, it was like radiating pain constantly. I could not eat. I could not drink, whether it was hot, whether it was cold, whether it was soft, whether it was hard. Everything hurt my entire mouth, my whole mouth in its entirety. It was like sharp, shooting, radiating, excruciating pain. I was absolutely miserable. I did research and I'm like, okay, it doesn't feel like my bite is right. Okay, because remember, they adjusted my bite the next day. So I drove to their closer location. It was like probably like a 5-hour drive. Okay, and I had called them. I let them know ahead. This is what I'm experiencing. I was seen at your location in Miami. I need some relief. I need some relief. This is what I'm experiencing. Mind you, I'm still not really eating. Anything I'm eating is like a smoothie. So boom, I go. They test my bite. They're like, sometimes it's the bite. We may have to do an additional bite adjustment. Okay. So they take like this paper, almost looks like carbon copy paper, and they put it, and you bite down on it, and you bite all the way around, and it sees where your teeth are connecting. This is when I knew. That doctor told me that my bite was so off. Mind you, this is the same company that I got my teeth done with, just a different location. She said that my bite was so off, I was only biting down on the side. So that means my teeth weren't even touching. My teeth were not connecting on my right side. Remember when I said I had the option? So I opted to get the bridge. So the bridge felt like it was loose, like it was moving. So I'm like, well, can you check the bridge? Because I think something's going on with the bridge. And she checked it. She was like, no, it's in place. It's great. And I'm like, why does it feel? She was like, you have to leave space because you have to be able to floss. Mind you, they did not show me how to floss my bridge, how I have to floss the rest of my teeth, but I have to floss my bridge differently. I have to like thread floss, almost like it looks like a plastic needle. I have to thread through the top. Because it's a bridge, right? There is no up and down. I have to thread it through the top. The body adjustment. She was like, I don't want to do anything more. I don't want to aggravate the area. Heal, call us if you're still having pain. I continue to take pain meds around the clock. Another week passes. I'm still in pain. I can't do anything. This pain is debilitating. Mind you, I'm still trying to go to work through all of this, but I keep taking a day off here. I just take a day off to drive to that location. I'd be in so much pain. I would take a day off here. So I went and talked to my employer, and I was just like, this is what's going on. I gotta go back to Miami. I took my ass back to Miami. When I got to Miami, I called them ahead of time. I'm like, you guys have to accommodate me. They, of course, were not going to pay for my flight or any of that. But I'm like, you guys have to accommodate at least my stay. You guys have to get this right. I went to your other location. There's nothing I'm doing wrong on my end. Your girl is barely eating. They're looking at my teeth. They're like, oh, they look good. I had to beg them to take x-rays of my teeth. I said that. Remember I said that. Like, oh, your x-rays look good. Then they were like, well, we can test your teeth. So they take this instrument and they tap your teeth. Okay. That was the test. And they see if it reacts. It's not reacting. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but my teeth ain't doing nothing. But I just know I'm in pain and this is not normal. There's no way. They apply this like ointment around my gum area, around the top of my teeth. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink for a certain amount of time. Boom, that was that. They gave me steroids. They said, because your mouth is so irritated right now, it's inflamed, right? So come back in 3 days. So mind you, I'm in Miami a whole nother week. I can't do shit because I'm in so much pain. So I go back, I'm still taking the steroids. I start to feel better. Stupid me starts to feel better, right? So when I go back in, mind you, I'm ignorant to this patient that it's just covering shit up, right? I'm ignorant to it. I'm like, okay, maybe it fixed, whatever. So, and I tell them, I was like, yeah, like I'm feeling better, woo woo. They looked at my bite again. They adjusted my bite more. And they're these same teeth in your mouth all your life. Right now, your teeth experience all this trauma. So give it some time for the inflammation to go down and for you to get used to it and see how you feel. In my mind, I was thinking, oh, well, y'all can take all this shit out of my mouth and redo this, because at this point, I already know that my bite is off because you guys keep adjusting it. That was the third time y'all adjusted my bite, okay? So I know that that's contributing to this pain. I go see a general dentist. She's looking, they do x-rays. She's like, she really can't identify what it is. And I'm like, but something's going on, right? So I do my research and I look up a specialist, an endodontist. Do the same thing, they do x-rays. But this time I found out information that should have been shared with me. They said, well, we can't really see anything on your x-rays because your teeth are so white. Mind you, I was not playing. If I was paying, I was not playing. And I was getting the whitest of white. Literally, they're called the whitest white, okay? Yes. So I was not getting teeth for them to look, oh, so natural. No, give me the whitest ones. She showed me the x-ray. It literally looks like a white cap. You cannot see in the tooth. So therefore, they cannot see in the tooth on the x-ray. They have to do external testing. One test is what they did. And they only tested a few like that. Not my whole mouth in Miami, where they tapped it with the tool. That was to indicate if there was anything going on, like the root, right? If anything was cracked or anything. My teeth weren't reacting to that once again. The second test, they took, it looked like a Q-tip. They took this spray. It's like freeze dry spray, something. I don't know. They sprayed the Q-tip and they placed that bitch and held it on the tooth. That was, when I'm telling y'all, I almost passed out. I have never experienced a pain like that. Ever. I've had a kid. I've never experienced a pain like that. And that's how they tested to find out what was going on. Only tested a few teeth because they could not do that to my entire mouth because of how much agony and pain, excruciating pain I was already in, on top of what that added. So they said, they tested for, they said, as of right now, those 4 teeth need root canals. The cause of my pain was from them excessively shaving down my teeth, down to the nerve, which was causing me to feel everything. So what do they have to do? They have to remove the nerve. How do they do that? With a root canal. They said you have 2 options. We've only tested 4 teeth, and as of right now, all 4 of those teeth need a root canal based on how you're reacting. So that has nothing to do with the rest of my mouth. So we can perform those 4, or we can put you on steroids. You come back, once again, when the inflammation goes down, and we can test other teeth and really identify exact source of the pain. Opted to get back on the steroids and come back. I returned. They did the testing again. Completed 2 root canals. They said they believe I needed a total of 3. Waited, mouth heal. I'm still in pain. I'm still taking ibuprofen around the clock. I'm in so much pain. When I turn my AC on in my car and my mouth is shut, I could be driving. My mouth closed. The wind touching my face, my cheek, my chin, it was causing that throbbing. Eating anything cold, anything hot. Definitely couldn't eat anything hard. No. I was strictly on like a liquid diet. I put myself on because of the pain. I couldn't. Everything hurt. Nobody tells you that part. They do another root canal on the other side. I leave, still experiencing pain. I go back a 3rd time. I got another root canal done. Front molars all the way over. 5 root canals. So when they do the root canal, they put the filling. Mind you, I've only had my veneers about 3 months. So it's still going through the normal healing process of everything on top of all the additional work I've had done due to the complications from the veneers. My teeth were in great shape before. My teeth have temporary fillings in. So I still need to go to my regular dentist. I'm hoping that once I get those permanent fillings, all of this will be put behind me. But that is why I believe my teeth right here are so weak. So no, I cannot just bite into food. It hurts. If I'm biting down right now, hard, these 2 teeth that had the fillings, it hurts. They're still sensitive. I don't care what nobody's talking about in the comments. I'm not biting into anybody's crab leg. I'm not biting into anybody's apple. I'm not. At least nowhere right now. Everybody have veneers for X amount of years. That's great. I have not. So my teeth are still healing. They're still sensitive. And I'm still experiencing additional complications. And I still have to have additional dental work done due to the veneers. I hope this can help somebody else. I never want anybody to experience what I've been experiencing for 3 months, literally. Aesthetically, they're beautiful, right? Internally, aesthetically, they're beautiful, right? Internally, unfortunately, I've had these complications. So I wish I was warned. Would I take it back? No. Fuck no. Did y'all see my teeth? This face is too beautiful. No, I would not. But I wish maybe I would have done a little bit more homework, and definitely would have chose a different doctor. For sure. Don't tell you about veneers is how sensitive your teeth are going to be. How long the sensitivity is going to last. That your teeth are sensitive to everything. Not just cold, hot, sensitive to air, okay? Air. In your house, your AC, your car, air, outside, air. The whole trajectory of your mouth changes. Everything, if you getting your full, however many teeth you got on your mouth, 32, 28, if you got the wisdom teeth, if you don't, whatever, set of teeth, everything's going to be different. The way you talk, the way you eat, you would never eat the same. I still believe I may have additional work to get done. Probably go see a bite specialist. Nobody's going to tell you the real healing time. Take the time off, okay? Because you need time to heal. It's not going to be an overnight process. I mean, nothing is. I just didn't think teeth ain't titties to me, right? It ain't a BBO. So I was like, oh, it's going to be a walk in the park. No, honey, no. It has not been thus far at all in any aspect. I can still floss. I will show y'all. I have to floss differently, but I can still floss. That's how you floss. You got to put it up. And I can't go back down. I pull it. Then you go in after the water. How much you gonna have to floss? It ain't in the morning, at night. It's in the morning, after this meal, after this meal, after this meal, and at night, water floss. I gotta floss my bridge with a thread. It's gonna tell you you're gonna have to wear a retainer the rest of your life. A multiple part series because I have a lot of shit to say. Thank y'all for watching my 6-part series. The next video I'll be uploading will be my come with me to get my veneers installed video, and that will feature more pictures and videos from day one all the way up until my installation. And that video is where I will reveal where I went. This is what they don't tell you about veneers.